All right, we're going to do the top 10 characters for the month of November 2022. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to came out to last month's video and liked the video as my most liked video for the month of October. It's also my favorite video to make for the month. And this entire year is about Apocalypse. And Apocalypse, of course, is going to be about the four horsemen. So we have to talk about all three of the horsemen. All three of the horsemen are quite strong in multiple game modes, and they definitely make the top 10 list. Now, this list is in no particular order, but we're going to start off with Morgan Le Fay. And the interesting thing about Morgan Le Fay is that I'm actually not using her in the arena anymore, but I'm still using her almost in every other game mode, whether that's raids, Cosmic Crucible, and or Alliance War. She's a very, very strong character, and she's very annoying to play up against. I mean, she can almost heal herself up from almost dead and then back to full health. There's nothing more annoying where you feel like you're going to almost kill her, and then she goes back to full health, and her stats are amazing, and I have nothing but good things to say about Morgan Le Fay. Now, Rogue also is a very important character, and I'm actually using Rogue in the arena right now. But just my opinion, she's my least favorite of the three that we have so far in the game. She's, of course, shines inside of Cosmic Crucible, and with her team, that is the premier team in Cosmic Crucible, and she is a protector, so she's a tank, which gets started off with her middle ability. What I like about all three of the horsemen is that they do have some sort of turn meter manipulation in their kits. All three of them do on their special, and then this is a turn-based game, so anytime that you can control speed or remove turn meter or give speed up, that is going to be the alpha stat in this game. Before we get on and talk about Red Hulk, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. Big shout out to the Amazon App Store for sponsoring this video. The Amazon App Store will allow you to save up to 20% off of all of your in-app purchases for Marvel Strike Force by using Amazon coins. The Amazon App Store is available on all Android devices, Amazon Fire tablets, and now, this is brand new, Windows 11 devices inside of the United States. How does it work? Well, first thing you do is you buy your Amazon coins at a discount. So typically I will go and buy 50,000 Amazon coins for $400. Now, 50,000 Amazon coins translates to $500 of in-app purchases inside of Marvel Strike Force that I only paid $400 for. This is a tremendous savings. You follow all the instructions here on the page. You click the link in the description, and then you just follow the instructions and getting it set up. You download the Amazon App Store. You download Marvel Strike Force right from the Amazon App Stores, and you're set up to go. It's as simple as that. All right, now we're going to talk about Red Hulk, and I actually prefer Red Hulk over Rogue just because the way he plays. I really like his middle ability, which removes speed bar and gets rid of revive once, and it does a lot of damage. He is scary, and then of course he has his Meteor Crush, which is the first one, and I'm sure we're going to get more, but this is the first character in the game that has a battlefield effect, which is quite menacing. Now, I love this guy, and you can see that I took him to 6 red, and I did that before I did that to Rogue. I still have Rogue at 5 red. But he is quite good. I just love everything about this guy. And the Gamma team, of course, is dominant inside of war. And right now, it's probably the best team to put on defense. It's definitely the most annoying to get through. Now, this next character, I really don't know should be on the list. And I want to explain why I included Ghost Spider. And it's going to be the same reason why later on in the video I included Deathlock. It has nothing to do with the character or their usefulness in multiple game modes. It has to do with the importance of raids. And I just want to say how important raids are in Marvel Strike Force. And you have to build up these teams if you want to have any kind of success in raids and going through the Doom raids, which can be challenging. So I think this is kind of like an honorable mention and more of a shout out, not necessarily to Ghost Spider, but to the Web Warriors and their necessity in the raids. Now, I actually don't particularly like this team in other game modes. So I just want to put that idea out there. And I really struggled putting Ghost Spider on this list. And it's just more of a call out to the importance of them on raids. We don't want to ignore that as well. Dormammu. I love Dormammu. And when I first saw Dormammu's kit, I thought it was all about the revive mechanic. Now, right now in the game, many characters are coming out that have ways of removing the revive once mechanic. And so there's been a lot of soft counters to Dormammu, but he is amazing and so incredibly useful, even if you ignore the revive once mechanic. This right here heals up the team. It's bonkers heal. The charge mechanic on this right here, and never mind that this has stun plus trauma, which gets by a lot of things. Trauma is so incredibly powerful, but the charge mechanic on this is so powerful right here. And we're going to read that because I feel like it's overlooked. On enemy turn, if charged, flip all positive effects to negative effects and apply 2 bleed to that enemy. This is absolutely ruins people's day and starts flipping negative effects and applying bleed. And this is so incredibly powerful. Now, the thing that's interesting about charge is specifically in Alliance War and Cosmic Crucible, the charge mechanic on defense will carry over from match to match. So you can actually make the match harder for you. Like, let's say you go into a battle against Dormhold, let's say, and Dormammu actually takes his turn and does his special, and then he has charge. Then you go back into the match on the second round with him having charge, and this charge mechanic is triggering anytime you take a turn. Oh my God, it's so good. Easily makes the top 10. And I know a lot of people are saying Dark Dimension 5 or go for Apocalypse. You kind of got to do both. Dormammu is going to be good for a long time, just like Doom is very good. Doom is not on the list. He probably should be on the list this month, but Doom is still very, very good. Easily would make a top 20 if I made a top 20 list. But Dormammu easily makes top 10. Now, Kestrel. Kestrel's on here because of the raids. I went out of my way to put a member of like for Ghost Spider for the Web Warriors team. I wanted to have a member from each one of the teams that's important inside of the raids. And I put Kestrel in here because I think she gets a lot of use outside of her team. The team, of course, is Kestrel with Shang-Chi, who's also very powerful. I debated putting him on the list, but I just figured I'd put Kestrel on there. And then in the Secret Avengers. So, but Kestrel is just one of my favorite characters in the game. She does so many cool things. I think the ping mechanic is the reason why I like her the most. Whenever she, you hit somebody with defense down, then she pings. I just think that's fantastic. She has a way of self-cleansing. She has a way of removing charges. She has a way of killing characters and they can't be revived. Kestrel was the first character that was the first Marvel Strike Force created character. Now we have 3 of them in the game, and actually all 3 of them are very good. And Kestrel is still my favorite. Plus, she's an amazing plug and play character. As long as you have defense down and she's paired up with somebody that it gives her more defense down. Of course, her abilities apply defense down as well. But I just really like Kestrel, and I end up using her all the time. Icarus, oh my God, when is this guy going to be farmable? He's not. They did make Cersei farmable. She's now in the hard villains node, but Icarus and Cersei are a power couple. And the reason why they're so important is because of turn meter removal. And I just can't stress this enough that the alpha stat in this game is going to be speed manipulation, whether that's reducing speed bar or giving speed bar to your team or speeding up your team or slowing down your enemy team. The alpha stat in this game, in a turn-based game, is going to be the best. And he is so scary with the double tap. The only problem I have with Icarus is that he has been out for a year and he is only in the 2% drop rate in premium orbs. And that's their version of Fountainable. It's absolutely atrocious what they've done in the community with Icarus. And it makes me sick to know that I have the 7th star on him and I don't have the yellow stars, even though I've got the red stars. Oh my God. So Icarus, easily a top 10 character. Hela, newcomer to this list. And I wanted to talk about Hela because of the Undying and her pairing up with Zombie Iron Man. Zombie Iron Man does not need red stars, doesn't need a lot of stats, doesn't need a lot of gear for the team to be powerful, the duo. It's kind of like the Cersei and Icarus for war. The two, as far as I'm using Hela in Arena right now. The Undying team right now is making up the best team on War offense right now. I use them in Cosmic Crucible, and it's such an efficient way to do it. As long as you have a chunky, a well-developed Hela, you're going to get a lot of benefit out of Zombie Iron Man with Hela. Just because the Zombie Iron Man keeps reviving, the Gregs keep reviving, and Hela is continuously getting death proofs, and the AI just doesn't really know what to do with this team, and it makes it a very good team. Now, I'm reluctant to take her to gear tier 16 because she's Mystic and she's very expensive to upgrade, but 6 red on her felt like it really felt good, and it feels good to have Hela. I've just gotten so much use out of Hela, and I love Greg, which is the her summon, which is the undead or his guardian. We call them Greg because that was the name on the game file, so it just kind of stuck. We call it Greg. But anyways, Hela easily makes this list, and I'm just really I just love that I can play Hela again. Spreading negative effects is a good thing, and I just love how she interacts with Zombie Iron Man and Greg. Lastly on this list is Spider Weaver. My goodness, Spider Weaver is dominant in the arena, and I guess also I did not put Spider-Man 2099 on this list, but Spider-Man 29 just basically is speeding up Spider Weaver. But Spider Weaver has this super powerful ability is while this character is charged, lower accuracy by 100% for all enemies, and they miss. And the AI does not know what to do with this, and they waste their ultimates. This is very powerful. Now, she is also on a strike team, which is going to be used to unlock Apocalypse. Now, I'm not sure if there are going to be 5 strike members or 10 or 15. It's an unspecified number, but she's the only one that's been mentioned. I suspect it's going to be a team of characters. I don't know if it's going to be new releases or if they're going to go back and make that also a part, let's say, Kestrel and Deathpool. I mean, one could hope, but that would be very generous for them to do that. I don't know if that's what they're going to do. But they said there's going to be a strike team. And so to get a baby Apocalypse, gear tier 16 and blue ISO 4. And I have blue ISO 4 on her striker. Normally, I run striker on her. Skirmisher was for a very specific war team that I was doing something where I needed to strip taunt against Gamma on war offense, but striker is the correct. But not only does she have that charge mechanic, she has a stun on, and when she goes and if she's paired up with Spider-Man 2099, she's ended up going very early because she gets speed bar from Spider-Man 2099. And then also her passive is that when she kills a character, they don't revive, which is fantastic. Enemies killed by this character cannot revive. So that is amazing, and I just absolutely love Spider Weaver. Now, I did want to put Deathlock on this list, and not just because I think Deathlock is good or great by himself, but just because tech and how important it is to develop out the Bionic Avengers, not only for the Scourge and for the Fourth Horseman and the Death Horseman on nodes 5 and 10, which can be done by Bionic Avengers, but just because of the raid capability. They actually are not that impressive overall in other game modes. I mean, they're useful in Cosmic Crucible, I suppose, and they're useful in War, but they're just not the best and extremely dominant. And there's a lot of other characters that I wanted to put on this list, like Omega Red. I also wanted to put Captain America Sam Wilson. I also wanted to put, Heartless Doctor Strange, but I just didn't have enough space to put 10. So let me know what you think in the comment section about this list. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.